Welcome to the deep dive.
Glad to be here.
Today, we're diving into something really critical for project success: effective stakeholder engagement.
Absolutely key.
Our discussion is grounded in the thinking from Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabon.
A solid foundation.
Because understanding how to manage all those different relationships, well, that's often what makes or breaks a project, right?
It really is. Avoids so many common problems.
So let's get into it. When we talk about really engaging stakeholders effectively, what are the essential tools and techniques we should be thinking about?
Well, first you've got to remember a project isn't an island. It's surrounded by people, groups, stakeholders, basically.
Right.
And they all have different interests, different levels of influence, different expectations. So engagement is really about understanding and managing all of that complexity.
Managing the complexity. Okay, so beyond just, making a list of who they are, what are the actual skills you need to do that managing?
Fundamentally, it comes down to communication. I mean, really strong communication skills.
Like sending out updates?
That's part of it, sure. But it's more than just broadcasting. It's conveying information clearly, yes, but also active listening, really hearing what they're saying, their concern.
And resolving issues too.
Definitely. Spotting misunderstandings early and sorting them out before they grow. If that communication isn't working well both ways, you're heading for trouble.
That makes a lot of sense. It's got to be a two-way street.
Precisely. And then building on that, you need good interpersonal and team skills.
Okay, like what specifically?
Think about facilitation, leading productive meetings. Negotiation is huge because stakeholders often have competing demands, don't they?
Oh, definitely. Always juggling priorities.
Exactly. And conflict resolution. You have to be able to tackle disagreements constructively without letting them poison the project atmosphere. These are sort of the hands-on techniques.
So it's very much about the people side of things, the human interactions.
Very much so. And kind of tying all this together is expert judgment.
How does that fit in?
Well, your own experience, your knowledge,
Yeah.
it helps you decide how best to engage with which stakeholder, when to push, when to listen, how to adapt your strategy based on what's happening. It's about making informed choices.
Okay. Now, one thing I often hear bandied about is networking. People say networking is crucial in project management. How does that relate to stakeholder engagement?
That's a really interesting point. Networking is, of course, valuable. Building contacts, knowing who's who, especially maybe when you're planning resources or looking for expertise. It's definitely helpful.
Yeah.
But it's not usually considered a direct tool or technique specifically for managing stakeholder engagement within the life cycle of a particular project.
Ah, okay, so there's a distinction there. Why is that?
Because stakeholder engagement is much more focused, you see. It's about the specific needs, expectations, and influence of people related to this project right now. It's about the ongoing dialogue and management during the project.
I see. So networking is broader, more about general professional connections.
Exactly. Whereas engagement is the tailored, project-specific interaction needed to address stakeholder needs and concerns directly, keep them informed, keep them involved appropriately.
Yeah.
It uses those communication and interpersonal skills we talked about.
That clarifies it nicely. So if listeners want to genuinely improve how they engage stakeholders on their current or next project, what are the top things to focus on?
I'd say hone those core skills we mentioned. Really work on your communication, clarity, listening, feedback. Sharpen your interpersonal abilities, facilitation, negotiation, resolving conflict, and trust your expert judgment to tailor your approach. It's about being proactive, understanding needs, and directly managing those relationships throughout the project. That's the heart of it.
That's a great summary. Proactive understanding and direct management. Excellent.
Makes a world of difference.
For anyone looking to dive deeper into these concepts and other essential aspects of project leadership, we absolutely recommend checking out Project Management for Project Managers by Orlando Casabon. It's a really insightful resource.
Definitely worth a read.